All right, let's see what the person on your mind and your heart is thinking about you right now. Yikes, let's see what that was. Oh, goodness. Knight of Cups. This person is feeling very romantic, very squishy, very poetic, very creative. But because it fell to the floor, I feel like they do not want you to know that. That's not something they're interested in sharing. Yep, 9 of Wands. Very defensive. They are weirdly protective over this connection, but they are also like, they do not want you to know how much they care for whatever reason. Some of you, they're making you something and they just don't want you to know about it. Yeah, the Hermit. Pisces, Virgo. You guys might be kind of opposites attract. This person has two sides of themselves. There is a side that is very lovey-dovey and poetic and lover, lover boy, lover girl. Here, somebody who, I don't usually like saying this word, but the word that keeps coming up is clingy. And somebody who is very self-sufficient, who is very self-contained, who looks for deeper spiritual meaning. And there's something where this person's trying to make peace between their two sides and understand what's going on here at a deeper level. Yeah, 3 of Cups. This could be a friend that wants more. This could be somebody you have something casual with. This could be somebody who you have something with, but you also have a deep layer of friendship. And there's somebody who's just trying to understand it. This also could be somebody, just look at the imagery here, who has like conflicting thoughts or feelings, and they're trying to find the middle ground here. 6 of Wands is at the bottom here, so something about success or how they're viewed or image could be playing a role. This person could care what people think. I want to say more than they thought. They could care what people think in certain areas of their life. They could feel as if there are expectations of them and how they are perceived that impact this connection. Yeah. The Moon and the Queen of Pentacles coming out here. How they feel about you, that there's some deep feelings with the Moon. They are things that they have a hard time articulating. This person sees you with a lot of, like, through the eyes of respect with the Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody who sees you very much as like spouse material, who sees you as very grounded, very loving. This is someone who feels like anything you touch blossoms, experiences growth, experiences abundance. I want to say the word uptick. So there's an uptick, right? Anything that you touch, it comes to life more, it blossoms more, it travels more. That's a really specific thing. Some of you like work in like the travel industry, and that's like a thing they noticed, particularly for those of you who work for an airline. Very specific. We have Virgo here, by the way, and then Aries with the Moon. So a lot of Virgo coming through in this reading. Yeah, the Tower, but something I feel like is happening outside of you in this, and like this connection in this person's life with the Tower. And that might be the thing that's making them stop and think here. What is this thing that's happening with the Tower? Queen of Cups. Okay. This person might be honestly having like an emotional awakening. Something you could have said or done for this person in the not too distant past, somewhat recently, may have really made an impact on this person. I think this person seeks out and goes toward stability with that Queen of Pentacles, right? Commitment, loyalty, trust, respect. But to have that combined with this Queen of Cups energy, because I don't feel these are two different people. To have that combined with the Queen of Cups, this might be like one of the first times that they've like feel like they can access or can receive pure and real love. And that is something that's beautiful and overwhelming. Yeah, Knight of Wands, this is just like started out as like a fun thing, a passionate thing, and now it's turning into more, right? It's in the cards. This could be talking about like a choice that needs to be made, a third party. I'm not really picking up two like people, like two feminine energies here, even though we do have the two queens. We have that Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. They're not the most consistent individuals. We have the 3 of Cups. I'm not getting that as much. I think this is somebody who came into this connection thinking that they knew how things were going to go, or they were just going to give it their best shot, and things have developed at a deeper level than they anticipated. And with that Queen of Cups, it's almost like hurts so good is kind of the feeling I'm picking up, right? Like, it feels really good to be loved at that level, but if you haven't received that, it's hard. It makes you look at how everything else you've experienced up until that point isn't real love. And that's a tough one to reconcile with. Yeah, Four of Wands, exactly. Exactly. This is somebody who feels like you guys are soul family. They might want to have a home with you, a family with you. This person could be thinking about marriage. I think this is, again, somebody who looked for the Queen of Pentacles before. Somebody who was reliable, who they could maybe count on to help run a home, run the businesses that they want to have together. Somebody who could do power couple stuff, right? Somebody who showed their love in very tangible, consistent, devoted ways. That's what they thought of when they thought of their ideal partner, their ideal person, their ideal love. And it feels like it's not that that isn't important to them anymore, but it feels like now they are receiving this Queen of Cups energy from you, or they're seeing you in this light. And that's somebody who can not only show up in their actions and do the right thing, but somebody who can love them unconditionally in the process. And to be seen and loved regardless, right? To be loved for who you are, not who somebody wants you to be. And loved unconditionally regardless of the moments where you fall and make mistakes. That is quite a beautiful blessing to receive. And I do feel like this person's kind of reconciling with that at this time. Yeah, Seven of Cups is at the bottom. It's a lot of feelings about that. It's a lot. I feel like this person doesn't really know what to say. I'm getting like at a loss for words. Yeah, 10 of Wands. It's beautiful, but it's heavy. For some of you, this person has Venus and Taurus. I'm noticing what looks like the ox here. This person could have Taurus placement, so I'm getting Venus and Taurus very heavily. It's like love is the most beautiful burden we'll ever carry. It changes everything. Yeah, death. This is changing this person. The dynamic here is changing. There's an unveiling to how, like, to this person's true nature that is coming out. If they've been acting a little different lately, this is why. There is an unveiling process where you're going to be seeing them as they truly are in relationships. This is something that is going to be new. They have never, however they are kind of going to be or what they're moving into, they've never shown up like that in a relationship before. That is new. So this is brand new territory for this person. Yeah. Queen of Swords. I feel like this person's used to somebody who's very, very harsh. They could be used to people who are manipulative, but very harsh with their words, harsh with their judgments, harsh with their perceptions. And this is very soft instead, very loving. This is a soft place to be. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. So this person both wants to hold on to this, but also feels like a little guarded toward it because they are still trying to understand it. This is just a different beast altogether than what they are used to dealing with. Yeah, and there it is. There's that Nine of Wands. Wanting this, wanting to protect it, fight for it with their life, but also feeling a little guarded and a little defensive. And you might be noticing that in their behavior at this time. So that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope this helps. Good luck.